Hi, I'm Daniel, and as a disclaimer, this is a review of a book, so I can't use multiple images. I'll just show one with multiple filters over it, so maybe put it in the background or something, or keep that in mind. The new Wimpy book, Diaper Overload, puts the focus back on Roderick Heffy for the first time since the second book. This is the 17th. The recent books have been going downhill, but most are still good. This is just getting a bit repetitive after so many, but this book seems to have a unique concept towards it. The book released yesterday, so I will review it in this video. The book focuses on Roderick's band, Yoda Diaper. They try and fail to get big in the music industry by experimentation. Starting part of the book focuses on the other hijinks they get into while doing so. This book is funny, which I'm a bit surprised at when the comedy was going downhill, but this and the previous book, Big Shot, have better jokes at work. It's using the writing and drawings to great effect. Throughout the year, the series has mastered the diary format, knowing when to put a drawing when best serving a joke. But it is also becoming stale. The bad yuck is overdone and no longer shocking when things go wrong. Structure of Die Wimpy books is also weird. In the three-act structure, the second act is the youngest, that is half the overall length. Wimpy Kid books have this so the first act is the youngest with little importance and sometimes being a separate story entirely. The second act becomes shorter from less events and the third act is rushed. It's not even the issue of every book having 217 pages, because it just needs to move around the order of events. Honestly, I like the first half more where you're the attempt the band gets in. Then they start getting some gigs that glanced over and goes nowhere. There's mentioning of a band called Metallic Chihuahua. I think that's how you say it. It's a band Roderick aspires to be, and is used as an example for their ideas. Fortunately, that band fell apart many years ago, and they even meet some old members. There's a way to put something in Act 2, but it also mentions so much obvious that something will happen. The conclusion part of this book have a lot of conflict, like introducing a rival band stank and group arguments. Battle of the Bands is a generic plot, but this subverts it in some way and only gives it 30 pages. The ending does feel very rushed. This book has problems that's to be expected from Die Wimpy Kid in modern. The book is fun and isn't the same as the other books. Greg Heffy is still a narrator, but has a smaller role here and the of the writing is from what he's heard happens. I like this choice for the story, and Greg still has a character here. The book starts with him doubting his initial idea of being famous, which was surprising at having actual development for Greg. He explains issues of not having a private life and tell all books that it would be better to have a celebrity friend instead. Also, his whole motivation for helping Yoda Diaper is so he can write a tell-all book on them in the future. That is just a classic Greg moment. It's unlikable, but the way he writes about it makes for a great read. It seems his character has been really well defined across the books. He becomes the band's roadie who serves to commentate on the dumb actions without being the main character. As for some of the other recurring side characters, Valerie only mentioned at the start in a theoretical scenario. He hasn't been in the recent books much, but I hope for more Valerie written books because they're better than the main series. Unimportant Heffy is also doing it all. Focus of this book is on the band itself, mainly with Roderick, who is a great character. He is well presented, and I'm sure the Wimpy fanbase will like this book just for him being the main character. Bill is the old guy in the band, who is the second main character. I'm surprised he appeared again after so long. Brew and Mackie are there too, but do little. This book hides it by having parts where everyone has some ideas for their plan. So, that side plot about animatronic hand being stuck on Mackie's leg has no conclusion. I'm confused by how it just stayed there for months. Even in Wimpy logic I can't easily accept it. There's also a lot of pointless characters who are only there to move the story along and will be forgotten about quickly. Diaper Overload has its problems, but it is a good book. I like the choice to make you move Greg into a narrator, and it's funny. It could have been better, but I'm not disappointed. Conclusion, I give Die Wimpy Diaper Overload 7.5 out of 10. It's probably one of the best recent books, but I don't know. Aside from the top and bottom, I'm unsure on my ranking. As an extra note, this is a cool book cover of Boombox Bjork and Greg's facial expression. Also, last month I made a video reviewing the live action movies and I didn't do as about my other videos on this franchise. If you like this video, I could make more Wimpy videos. I was already planning on viewing the Roderick Reels movie later this year and maybe more. Consider pressing subscribe if you were interested to see that and some of my other videos reviewing animation. The end.